Standard 8 Science subject, lesson number 3, Force and Pressure. The subtopic that we are going to study is inertia. Now inertia, here they have given one definition. I'll read it for you and then we'll try to understand what does it mean. So here's the definition of inertia. The tendency of an object to remain in its existing state. Existing state means present state. So if something is moving, when some object is moving, it is continuously moving until we do not apply brakes. Or if something is not moving, some object which is not moving, it is in stationary state, then that is the present or existing state for that particular object. So the tendency of an object to move or to remain on one place, remain stationary, do not move, is called as inertia. Okay, now I'll give you one example to understand it better. Suppose there's a moving car, there's an object which is in motion. Okay, that means a car which is moving. Now you have to stop that car, you have to apply a force to stop that object or to stop that particular car. That means you have to apply brakes, and for applying brakes you will have to give a force, you will have to use your legs, muscular force, or if it is a bicycle you will have to apply force with the help of your hands. So if you want to change the state of any object, we have to use force. To understand this statement better, I'll read out these lines. After the definition of inertia, they are saying that this is why an object in stationary state, stationary means which is not moving, remains in the same state, and an object in motion remains in the same state in absence of external force. Means if something is stationary, it will remain as stationary, and if something is moving, any object which is moving, which is in motion, it will keep on moving in absence of external force till you don't apply some force. The present state of the object will not change. Okay, so when an object remains in its existing state, it is called inertia. Now there are types of inertia, 3 types of inertia. Inertia at the state of rest, inertia of motion, and directional inertia. We will understand the first one, inertia of state of rest. Any object which is not moving, any object which is at rest, its state cannot be changed because it has inherent property. This is called inertia of state of rest. Means, in simple words, if any object is not moving, it is stationary, it is at rest, until you don't apply force, it will be in that state of rest, and in that condition the object is having inertia of rest. Next, inertia of motion. This means that any object which is in motion, which is moving, it will have inertia of motion for a particular time, even after when it is being stopped from moving. For example, here they have given you example of a rotating fan, electric fan which is revolving, which is rotating. Even when you switch off the button, even when you switch off the power supply, after that also for a few seconds the fan keeps on rotating in the same direction, because it has the tendency of, it has inertia of motion for some time. Another example is passengers sitting in a running bus, they get a jerk and they tend to bend in forward direction, because after the bus stops, this jerk in forward direction happens because the bus, even after applying the brakes, the bus will have inertia of motion for some time. The third type of inertia is directional inertia. This is inertia of any object which depends upon direction. Like for example, suppose you are sitting in a vehicle and all of a sudden the driver takes a right turn. We all tend, those who are sitting, they all tend to bend towards the right all of a sudden. Why this happens? Because when the vehicle is moving in a straight direction, it is having inertia of motion, and all of a sudden when the direction is changed, it takes time for the moving object to adapt to the new direction, and so we tend to bend toward it. For example, here they have given example, a vehicle in motion. Motion means moving, which is moving in straight line, so it is its direction is straight, inertia is straight. All of a sudden when it takes a turn, the passenger sitting will be thrown opposite to the direction of turning. So this is what they are trying to say. Inertia of motion, when something is moving, it has inertia of motion in a particular direction, that is straight. All of a sudden when direction changes, it takes time for the inertia to accept that change. It is called directional inertia.